Hi there everyone, it's Farmer Jane here at Specht Haven, and today I'm going to do a fairly quick video, and I realized I should have done this a little bit sooner. I'm going to do a video just of some of the bulbs that have bloomed that are still hanging around. I should have done this probably mid-April, so my plan is to do a garden tour at the beginning of each month, so hopefully like the first weekend of each month I will do a garden tour. And I did that very early April, and there wasn't a whole lot to see. A couple of crocuses, I believe. This was about it. So I want to get some images today of the daffodils that are still here. Some of them have already faded. The smaller one has already faded. But I just wanted to do a quick video to get at least a few in here. I'll still do a May garden tour, and that one will be a little bit longer. And today I just want to grab some images of the bulbs that we can still see right now. So here's some daffodils around this tree, and there's quite a few, as you can see, around this tree. And this is a variety of daffodils, really pretty. So this is here in Paradise Gardens, where each of the pear trees do have daffodils. As you can see down there further, there's some more daffodils, and there's a couple little sections. So again, they're already fading, so I wanted to capture this and not wait until the first weekend of May. You can also see my blackberries are leafing out. So I want to also show you the nectarine tree that definitely has the most bulbs, a couple hundred bulbs. That's out here closer to the water, so this nectarine tree will have a nice path around the tree that's started, but I didn't get the gravel down last year, so for sure that will be the plan this year. But you can see all the beautiful daffodils around this tree. And again, there were some of the smaller, the shorter daffodils that have already faded. And next up there should be allium around the very edge. And there have also been a few different things popping up here in the butterfly garden. So there were definitely some crocus. There was a really pretty orange crocus here that was called monarch crocus. Then you can also see these different kind of tulips. I forget what they're called, but there should be about 4 different colors I've seen. I think this is the second kind of little round of them. So they seem to be blooming at different times, the different colors. This one started much more red. Now it's a bit more of a fuchsia. So this has been really pretty. And the main reason I wanted to do this video, to kind of squeeze in what I wish I would have done during mid-April, but it is now getting towards the end of April, but I realized I better hurry up and grab some pretty images of these gorgeous tulips. I'm so pleased with these. So there's white daffodils here, and then the red daffodils, or red tulips behind them, and I just love these. I've said this in a couple of my videos. I'm not a huge fan of tulips. I mean, I like them fine. They're pretty. I think they're just gone too fast, and I do think when they fully open up, they're just not as pretty. But these, I'm hooked. I'm definitely going to add some more of these this fall. They're just a gorgeous color. So again, this garden being all red and white, they're just perfect. So I definitely wanted to grab a video to get these so you can see them, just in case they're not around in a couple weeks when I do my May garden tour. And then the also thing, if I could talk, the other thing I thought of were these daffodils. So again, they're already fading, but I realized when I looked back at my April garden tour that these were just barely coming up. And now they are, as you can see, gorgeous, already fading. Some of these are kind of like that double bloom. So again, I bought just a mix, and I'm really pleased with that, because also, same thing, daffodils are not really a favorite of mine, but they're nice because they're early. These are nice because they're helping establish, perimeter around my fruit trees. They don't compete with the fruit trees because of their roots being fairly shallow. So these were looking really pretty at each of the trees here in the herb garden. And then also the garlic. I thought I better capture this as well, although I'm sure this will still continue to appear in the garden tours. But again, when I reviewed the early April video, this was barely popping up. So definitely a lot took place during those first 2 weeks of April in terms of the bulbs maturing and blooming. And again, more here in Apricot Gardens 1. Lots of daffodils again. There were lots of crocus in this garden. I was able to get some of that in the April garden tour. And then we'll just come quickly down here, take a look here. See, all these daffodils have pretty much already bloomed and faded. There are some really pretty muscari here. So these had not popped up in early April. So I'll remember that for next year. So next year we'll do the early April garden tour, the first weekend of April, and then I'll be sure to do a mid-April garden tour next year. And then we'll do, of course, the early May. So that way we'll get some good footage of the beautiful blooming bulbs. So again, these are already fading, but figured I'd get a snapshot today, quick video. And again, look at some of these that have that, like that double bloom. So pretty. Really, really pretty. So that's it for this video. Just a quick one. And we'll be sure to take a look at everything in a little more detail in just a couple of weeks here. That first weekend in May. So stay tuned for progress. Hopefully before too long, we'll see more than just the bulbs blooming. We'll start to see some of the flowers blooming as well. Stay tuned and watch us throughout the season here at Specht Haven. See you next time.